It has been a while since I've done a roundup of my favorites, and there have been lots of cool things that have entered my world, and so I'm going to talk about them with you today. It's mainly going to be wardrobe things. There'll be some beauty bits that I've added to my routine, so I'm going to minimize the intro yapping and we're just going to get straight to it. First up, I've got two pairs of boots that I have absolutely loved, particularly during the winter season. This is not going to really mean anything to those of you that are living in my part of the world now that we have entered spring. But to those of you that are about to enter the cold season, then maybe you can take some joy in some of the recommendations that I'm about to suggest. Now, firstly, this is a pair of boots from Alemais shoes. This is very new as well. I think by the time that this video goes up, they would have only just been released, but I have managed to partake in some secret squirrel business, and these were sent to me a few weeks ago and I have been able to road test them. The weather has been quite topsy-turvy in Sydney, and so anytime it's a little bit chilly, I've been whipping these out, and I can confirm these are amazing. This is the first tall boot style as well from the brand. I've got a pretty healthy Alemais shoes collection, and I think that they have done an amazing job with their first tall boot style. They normally take a while before they release new styles as well. I think they spend a lot of time researching and perfecting their designs. A lot of R&D is involved, and you can really tell. These are super comfortable. I walked over 10,000 steps in these as well. I had a big errand running day. I even vlogged that over on my Instagram, but these are amazing. I would happily recommend these. I've also got a discount code for you as well, which I'll pop for you on the screen, but these are incredible. Particularly if you're a tall boot wearing person, it definitely pays to get yourself a solid pair, because these I see myself wearing for many years to come. I think that they are incredibly classic and very well made. So that is recommendation number one. The next recommendation is another pair of tall boots, which I have packed away for the winter season, so I've got to whip them out again just for you guys. You'll recognize these if you follow me over on Instagram. They are a pair of tall boots from Bed. They are a little bit on the fun side. They're my cowboy boots. This is called the Akepa boot, which I managed to nab on sale. They had like a seasonal sale. I bought these, I got a little bit of a discount. I ummed and ahed over them. I polled you on Instagram. The majority of you said no, don't get them. I didn't listen, but I've really loved these. I wear these to work as well. I like how it injects an element of surprise into my outfit. I'm very much adopting a sense of playfulness now into my outfits, and I'm really enjoying that. But these, despite them being quite, I guess, trend-based and fun, these are incredibly comfortable because they're from Bed Footwear, so they've got all of the comfort features that you can expect from Bed shoes. They're incredibly well made. The leather is really durable. They are a bit of an investment, so that's something to keep in mind, but I've really enjoyed wearing these. While I'm on the topic of shoes, I have a pair of sneakers that I have been loving. These are my New Balance 530, which I bought recently, and I shared a bit of a try on over on Instagram comparing the different styles. The 530 has been on my radar for a while, and I was initially interested in the white and navy colorway, but then when I tried the white ones, which you'll see over on my Instagram, I found them to be a little bit too stark, whereas this sort of off-white color combination is just perfect. And these are so comfortable. They are definitely coming to Japan with me because I anticipate we'll be walking many steps on those days, but I think they are so fun. I love the dad sneaker vibe about them, but they're also very easy to style. I've been constantly wearing these, particularly for my morning walks and things like that. Very happy with these. I am definitely entering comfortable shoes era, considering the last 3 shoe recommendations that I've just made in this video. In fact, all of the shoes that I've been wearing have been from like podiatrist designed comfort shoe brands. Is that a sign of my age? In terms of clothing favorites that I've been loving wearing recently, the Lululemon Wondermost range. This is a newish range for them, and their pieces are made from like an ultra soft Nulu fabric. And so if you're familiar with Lululemon language and Lululemon fabrics, the Nulu fabric is what they use in their Align tights, which is super buttery and soft. The Wondermost fabric is like even more softer. So I've only got one here as an example in terms of their long sleeve tops, because my white one's in the wash, my other one's in the wash too. These have been like a go-to base layer for me. They are so deliciously soft and amazing on the skin. I really like how fitted they are as well. They are cut to a very slim fit. So I get myself a size small in these. I'm typically a size 8, and there is some sizing notes on the listing as well, so that if you want something that's a little bit looser and not as fitted, then you should size up. But these are incredible. Very low maintenance as well. You can just throw them in the machine and they're fine. I've got my long sleeve here in taupe, just to, you know, show you and hold one up for you as an example. And I've also got a short sleeve one in in black. Also that same ultra soft Nulu fabric. I don't know whether you can tell if I was to hold this here so that you could see. It's so incredibly soft. I am just continuing to make my collection a lot bigger because I love the fabric. It feels so incredibly luxurious. I've been wearing it to work. I wear it on weekends with a pair of jeans. I just think that it is a very, very good fabric. Another favorite of mine, let me just check my list. Things from Quan, which, surprise, surprise, I'm currently wearing an Quan vest at the moment. This is the Bailey top in their butter yellow, and I have been loving yellow, but I just love this piece so much. I've worn it to work, I've worn it off duty. I just think it's such an amazing top. This one also comes with matching pants, but I'm just happy to have the top to play with in my wardrobe. Quan is an Australian label, and it's a label that I've had on my radar for some time, but I popped into the showroom for the first time a couple of months ago, and I ended up buying this top, and I bought the Penelope knit dress, which has also been a favorite of mine. I just think that their pieces are just so well made, and Anna, who I've listened to a couple of podcast interviews that she's given already, like her story is just so inspiring in terms of like how she started her label. She even studied law. I always find that connection to be very relatable. Someone who has studied law but then has decided to pursue something creative. I always find that very inspiring. But her pieces are amazing. So I've got this top, obviously, which has been a favorite. I got myself a size 6 in this one. I also got myself the size 6 in the Penelope dress. And I've also got another dress that I have recently been sent by the brand. I've got a pile of things here that I'm looking down at, which I'm preparing in terms of Japan packing, because I'm a packing dag. I like to plan. This is one of them. This is the Chloe dress, also from Quan. I really like the high necklines, if you haven't gathered, but this is a short knit mini dress. Very simple, but incredibly well made. You will be seeing me schlepping around the streets of Tokyo and Osaka in this dress. And I just really love how all of her pieces are just very minimal, very tailored, very elevated. It's like wardrobe staples, but made beautifully. And that's definitely something that resonates with my personal style. So Quan pieces have definitely been a favorite of mine in recent times. Another Aussie designer that I've been loving recently is Foemina. They're also an Aussie based label. So this is the Ida dress, which I have loved. I've worn this to my cousin's wedding. I've worn this to work, paired with my cowboy boots. I love the color. And as you can tell, I'm really getting into color now. I just find it so joyful. After years of wearing neutrals, I think that the color drought is now well and truly broken. I'm like seeking out color. This lavender color is amazing and so flattering on my skin tone. I know this dress is currently sold out at the moment. I've had so many questions about this one, but you can sign up to get notified for when it is restocked. It is incredible, and the fabric that they use is amazing too. It's like a cotton poplin, and I know that Scale and Theodore, I've got a couple of cotton poplin dresses from that brand, and you're normally paying upwards of about $600, but with Foemina you're paying around half that price, and I think that the quality is just as good. For a contemporary label, I think their prices are actually quite reasonable, and they're minimal, but they're stylish, they're elevated. There's something really special about their pieces, and so this has been a favorite of mine, this particular Ida dress. There are also two more dresses that I wanted to share. So the first one is this dress here. It's the Mindy dress, and it's in this forest stripe color. It's got adjustable straps. I mean, yeah, amazing if you're petite like me and always need to get that stuff altered. This is such a cute dress, and I love wearing it with a t-shirt underneath. I think it's so playful. It's the perfect length as well, and it's got this amazing padded section up the top. It's so awesome. It's also available in another color as well, like a pink and red stripe color. Very, very cute. And I've also got this dress too. I think it's called the Polly dress, and it's in this seersucker fabric, which is low maintenance and it doesn't crease easily. So perfect for travel. As you can see there, it's got this ruching detail across the chest, which is very similar to the navy shirt that I have from the brand, which has that same sort of detail. I think that it's very, very stylish. So these two dresses are coming along with me to Japan. I think they're very just lightweight, easy, very wearable, very comfortable. They both accommodate food babies because that is a priority when we head over there. So those are the Foemina pieces that I would happily recommend. Oh, check it out. This is my denim jacket from Alemais. It's the coolest jacket that I've got in my wardrobe. So I was lucky enough to attend a preview of the archive sale that Alemais had last week, and I managed to pick up this piece, and I'm so, so happy with it. Alemais archive sales are next level. They are so, so good. That was my first time ever, but having spoken to a lot of you in my DMs, a lot of you have said the same sort of thing, that their sales are incredible and the prices are incredible too. This ended up being less than half of the retail price, but I was fortunate enough to to get to select 2 pieces while I was there. So I selected this piece and I also selected a dress. I ended up buying another piece too, just because the sale was incredible. But I love this. It is so playful. I love all of the iron-on patches. I love all of the beading detail. Like you've got a dartboard here, got a chili here and dominoes, and it's got some details at the back too. Not too much obviously, because you know you're leaning back on chairs and sitting down and whatnot, so they've been very considerate with that as well. But it is so cool. This is going to be one of my most treasured pieces in my wardrobe. I am certain of it because I love it. I think it's just so playful. It's just so much fun. This is also coming across with me to Japan. I just hope that the weather cools down enough so that I can wear it. It's been really sticky and humid over there according to the weather forecast, so let us hope. But you know, considering I did buy it at the archive sale, I know that this is not a current piece, but I think there are still a few floating around the corners of the internet which I will find and I'll link for you. Highly recommend an Alemais denim jacket. I think that the quality of their denim is top notch. It's chef's kiss. So happy with this one. The last little clothing bit before I move on to the next category, I guess this is clothing, it's more so like activewear accessories, are these Move Active socks. Very specific, I know. I've been really getting into reformer Pilates over the last few weeks. It's been over a month now, and these Move Active socks are awesome. You need grippy socks so that you don't slip and slide all over the carriage and all over the reformer machine, but these are really fun. And I've been really embracing a crew sock too. It's like a way of anti-aging dressing. I think they're really fun as well. I think that they're incredible quality, and you know, they've gone through the wash many times. I actually fished these from the washing basket. Yay, gross. But they come up really well after you've washed them. So very well made. For those of you that are reformering like me or yogaing on the mat and need some grip, then I would highly recommend Move Active socks. I realize that's not a fashiony recommendation, but it has been a favorite of mine, so it felt like it needed a mention. And for beauty bits, there aren't many. There's only 2 or 3 actually, because I feel like I need to make mention of it too. But I've got 2 Virtue products that have been so good on my hair. First is the Damage Reverse Serum. This is a newer product from Virtue, and I use this as an leave-in conditioner after I've washed my hair. So after I've, you know, gone through the shower, washed my hair, and I've combed it because I let it air dry, I will apply this about 3 pumps, lather it into my hands and put it into my hair, and it is incredible. It like certainly works to decrease the frizz, but because I heat style my hair so often, I've really noticed a difference in terms of like the overall look in health of my hair. When you're heat styling it, you're constantly singeing it, but this is really working to minimize that damage, and it's actually looking a lot healthier. I think this particular product as well has the highest concentrate of Virtue's signature ingredient. So I think it's the alpha keratin. Yeah, it's definitely doing something. I know that this is a pricey little bottle, but it lasts a long time. I don't even think that I'm halfway through it, and I've had this for a few months now. A little bottle goes a long way. It's definitely worth it. You can grab it on sale, even better. And the next Virtue product is this oil, which I have harped on about many times anytime I share me doing my hair over on Instagram. I think it is so essential now to my hair health, but it also adds shine, it adds protection. You only need a few drops of this stuff and it goes a really long way. I feel like I've used this for ages, and look, I haven't even made a dent in it. As you can see, there's still so much of it left. So even though this is also another expensive product, I definitely think that it's well worth it, particularly if you heat style your hair regularly like me, and you know, you want to ensure that you are protecting your hair and putting as much nutrients in it because you're burning them all, singeing them all out. I think regardless of what people say about, you know, healthy heat styling, I don't think that there's such a thing. I think that if you heat style your hair, you definitely need to make sure that you're using products to protect your hair or to ensure your hair's continued health. And the Virtue products have been fantastic for me in that regard. And then the last favorite that I want to talk about that is worthy of a mention is my Dyson Airwrap. I know that I've talked about this on my channel for over 2 years, but it continues to be one of my hair MVPs. I'm getting better and better with how I use it too. I think it really does take practice, but now what I do is I will use a smoothing brush, I will smooth my hair, then I will use the large barrel and I will create some bounce and curls, and then it dries into this amazing blow dry. It's so good. I always have a good hair day because of that. I've got a few heat styling tools on rotation. I've also got my GHD soft curl tong, which I love too when I want more of a more defined curl. But when I just want a blow wave, then the Dyson is amazing. And the fact that it doesn't heat up too hot, it only gets to 160. I feel like that is better for my hair than singeing it with the traditional heat styling tool, which gets to 185 and you can't adjust the temperature. I have a whole comparison between the Dyson and the GHD on my channel too, because it is a topic that I feel very strongly about. I also feel very strongly about having good hair all the time. So that's why I talk about it a lot. I've got myself a new new colorway in the Dyson Airwrap because I did a partnership with them for Mother's Day earlier this year, which meant that I sold my original Airwrap in the hot pink. And I have to say that I kind of miss that old color. I miss it a lot. So that's something that I am lamenting somewhat, but at the time that I received the new Airwrap, I didn't think that there was a need to have two Airwraps at home, and I think I just wanted to keep the new one because it was shiny and new. But yeah, I think the color is something that I do miss, and so there are so many colors out there now. Make sure that you choose your color carefully because it's something that, you know, you'll want to keep for a very long time. And it's such a well-made machine. I think they've really perfected it now too, the new Airwrap anyway, because you can switch directions on the barrels. You don't have to replace them like the old model of the Airwrap, but it's an excellent hair tool. I use it every few days, every time that I'm styling my hair. It's incredible. Use it in tandem with your heat protectant products. Please, people, protect your hair. It's very important. And that's it, guys. That is a wrap up of my favorites. I hope I haven't rambled too much. I feel like I have yet again. I always try to avoid this, but it just ends up being the case. I will have everything linked in the description section for you below, including sizing and all that jazz. If you have any questions about anything, then feel free to pop them in the comments and I'll endeavor to get back to you as soon as I can. In the meantime, if you like this video, then you can let me know by hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Next time that you see me will likely be Japan content too, which is very exciting for me. Hopefully it's exciting for you.